Hey, thank you so much for watching today. We're going to be talking about concealer tips and tricks, especially under eye concealer. I don't know about you, but I am quite over 40. And when you start to get those fine lines under your eyes, it can be really tricky using concealer. And a lot of times the way that YouTubers do it, it's real heavy, and that doesn't necessarily work on aging skin. So this really is kind of specifically to keep you from looking too wrinkled under the eye, okay? And I'm doing everything out of order today. I normally would do my concealer under the eye right after I do my foundation, but before I do my blush or contouring or anything. But I went ahead and did everything else so that it would be complete when we're done. So yeah, let me tell you what you're gonna need. You're gonna need good eye cream. Yes, and we'll talk about this. You're gonna need a good concealer. I recommend Mary Kay, of course. You're also gonna want a little fine tip brush like this. This is a smudger brush, or a cream eyeshadow blush, or brush would do it too. And you're gonna want a wet beauty blotter. So you just run that under the water, squeeze all the water out. You want it damp, okay? And a tissue, just a tissue. All right, so first we're gonna prep the area, which I've already done, so I'm not gonna do it right now, but we're gonna prep the area with some eye cream. You want lots of good hydration under your eye, right? Before you get going. So, and allow that to soak in completely before you start, okay? Second, we're gonna go ahead and apply our concealer. Now, you've probably seen on YouTube where they do this giant triangle shape under their eye. For me, that's way too much concealer. And if you have an excess amount of concealer, it's gonna settle into your lines and stuff. So you just wanna use as much as you need. I really wipe the tip off pretty good. And then I just put a little stripe here, like that, and a little stripe over here, because I like to lift the eye. And same on the other side, a little stripe there, and a little stripe over here, okay? So that's all the concealer that I use. Okay. Next, we're going to get our little fine tipped pen, brush, not pencil, brush. And we're gonna use that, okay, to blend in the concealer. And so I just blend it right up into here. And then if you need to blend it more with your eyeshadow, I always do eyes first, so my eyeshadow would be on at this point. But if you need to blend it more into your eyeshadow, you just can use the lightest color eyeshadow you used and go ahead and blend that in. Okay, so this side, I'm gonna go up with it, okay? And then come around too. And I don't go all the way into my lash line because I have really sensitive eyes, so the less product I can get in there, the better. So I just stop about there, right? You can see where I'm going to. Okay, and then if this needs blended more later, this line, you can just do that with the lightest color of your eyeshadow again. Just blend that line out. And same over here. Okay. All right, and then same on the other eye. And that is really all the under eye concealer that I use. It may not seem like very much, but remember, you don't want to have too much. So of course, I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing with you what works for me. Okay, so the next step is new to me. I saw the YouTuber do this and I really like it. So you just blot it with a plain tissue to remove any excess. So like I said, I don't use a whole lot, so there wasn't really, can't really see anything having come off, but if there was a little extra or it has gotten into one of the lines, then that would take it off. So you just blot that off. And next step, you're gonna give it some moisture. So you're gonna use your damp beauty blender and you're just gonna dab underneath. Dab it underneath. Okay, and some people apply a little bit of water right to it and then dab it with this. And that's just gonna soften things again. Good, okay. Yeah, And at that point, some people might want to use like a translucent powder and finish that off, seal it, set it. I don't usually use powder right under my eyes, and that's just a personal thing because I have dry skin. And so that's an area where I want to keep the moisture, and I don't want to use powder right there. But if you do use powder right there, and I have, it will stay longer. It does set it. So that's it. That's it. So number one, prep the eye area with something nice and moist. A really good eye cream is essential. Secondly, don't do a big old triangle of concealer. Just use a little bit right there and right there on the outer edge. Third, blot with a tissue. And fourth, use a damp beauty blender to press it in. Press it in and set it. Okay. And then if you want to, you can do powder after that. So those are the steps. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful. I'll see you next time.